Hi, my name is Dr. Dan Lawrence, and the purpose of this video is to welcome you to Writing 303 Introduction to Rhetoric and to give you a brief overview of what the class will cover and the major assignments for this course. Rhetoric is the art of persuasion, both in speaking and written texts and also in multiple other modalities through which we communicate. For Aristotle, the great ancient Greek philosopher, rhetoric was the faculty of observing, in any given case, the available means of persuasion. And you may have even heard in an introductory writing course, a college composition course, something like everything is an argument. This idea that everything is an argument. And this is incredibly powerful. From political speeches to social media advertisements that pop up in your Facebook feed to the car salesperson to the branding on a can of soda. These are all designed to get you to think a particular way, such as in a political speech, to act a certain way, to vote a certain way, to behave a particular way, to consume or purchase a particular product, a commodity, or a service. The world is constantly sending you messages. People in the world and organizations are constantly sending you messages, and they are using persuasive techniques to attempt to get you to do something, right? And so rhetoric, through learning rhetoric, we can better analyze the messages that are coming at us all the time. And more, we receive more and more messages. You might see 1,000 advertisements in a day. Rhetoric is a kind of toolkit for analyzing those messages that we come across. And rhetoric is also a toolkit, a kind of art, to help you craft more persuasive messages, and even, I would say, cultivate a more persuasive way of being in the world. For example, the example I always use is, think of when you go to a job interview, you're actually strategically dressing a particular way. Perhaps you get the haircut, you get all spiffed up, whatever it is, you do your hair, you dress in a particular way. That creates an argument about what we'll learn as ethos or character, credibility. You're attempting to elevate your credibility to the job panel, to your hiring manager, whomever it is, to create this argument that says, I'm a credible individual, I belong at your company, so on and so on. So this is rhetoric. Rhetoric is the art of persuasion. And this class largely will look at its historical origins in ancient Greece, through ancient Rome, and then near the end of the course we'll start to look at what happened to rhetoric, where did it go after ancient Rome, in the Middle Ages a little bit, as it manifests or reappears in fugue writing in interesting places, in music. And then we'll look at more contemporary rhetoric, say with Lloyd Bitzer's Rhetorical Situation, and we'll even watch a very interesting film about persuasion in the 2016 presidential election and about data privacy rights. Very interesting and contemporary applications for this ancient art, what was the counterpart to philosophy. So, something I really like about this course is reading Plato's Phaedrus. And a lot of students, they're a little nervous or scared at first to read a Platonic dialogue. What is, at first glance, a very difficult, old and ancient text. But once we start carefully picking apart Plato's Phaedrus, it becomes one of my students' favorite things that they've ever read. It is absolutely chock full of insight and fascinating concepts. You have a myth about cicadas and people who were compelled to sing so much that they sang until they died and they were reborn as these bugs, right? You have chariots that are blazing through the cosmos with a good horse and a bad horse in this constant struggle. It's a really timeless dialogue. These themes about what does it mean to speak truthfully, and what is the relationship between truth and speech, and what makes a good speech, and what is love. Love comes up in this dialogue as a major theme, and madness and the relationship between madness and love. Those absolutely, Plato's Phaedrus is one of the most important works from Plato, and picking it apart in this class and understanding it and working through it is extremely rewarding for students, and we're going to, I think we'll enjoy it very much. I think you will enjoy it. Okay, the major assignments for this course, we have a weekly discussion board post, which there'll be a prompt each week, and something new I'm trying is that you can either respond in text for your weekly discussion board, or you can do a 2 to 5 minute video recording and embed that in your in the forum reply. So you can actually embed a video response. So if you're more comfortable talking in front of a camera, if you'd rather communicate that way and work on those skills, or if you want to do a mix of written and video responses, that's up to you. So you have your discussion board, weekly discussion board. There are 2 research papers. One will be an analysis of, say, a major theme from Plato's Phaedrus, and the second will be a rhetorical analysis of something of your choosing, whether it's an advertisement or, say, a speech or what have you. You'll select a media object which you will analyze rhetorically and write a paper about it. Then we will have a short video project. You'll define a rhetorical term, so something like kairos, or you'll choose from the rhetorical toolkit. We'll have some good resources for you there. So you'll choose a term that you're unfamiliar with, and many of the rhetorical terms you won't have come across before. Anaphora, all the long list of rhetorical terms, ethos, pathos, logos, and create a short video about that. Then we'll have a final exam, which you'll be given those prompts in advance to soak in, to think about, and you'll provide long-form written responses with the open book. You'll be able to reference your texts for the final exam, but more importantly, you'll be synthesizing and reflecting on all the things you've read, all these key important texts from Quintilian, from Cicero, from Aristotle, from Plato, Gorgias. You'll be reflecting on these key rhetorical texts as your final exam and weaving that together into your responses. So that's it for now. Rhetoric is one of the most powerful disciplines for academic and intellectual growth, for the improvement of your communication. It can assist you with career preparation. It helps you think strategically about your decisions, about your written and oral communication decisions in the world. Rhetoric is this somewhat lost counterpart to philosophy. In this course, we will unravel the mysteries of rhetoric, and we'll learn a lot along the way. And it's this extremely powerful toolkit and system of analysis to help you speak, write, and act more persuasively in the world, and also to better sort and assess and analyze all of those inbound messages that you're constantly exposed to as a contemporary citizen of the world. So thank you all for tuning in. I'm excited to be here with you for this course. It will be a great semester. Take care of yourselves, and thank you.